Welcome back to another episode of Ocean Science After School. My name's Jasmine, and today we're going to be making a food chain. Looks like this. For this activity, you're going to want to download the sheet of animals that we have at piersparksailing.org/OSAS. You'll want a plain white sheet of paper, some colored pencils, a glue stick, a pair of scissors, and a pen. A food chain helps us understand what animals eat. In the ocean, some animals eat plants, some eat other animals, and some eat both plants and animals. We're going to start at the beginning of the food chain. Here we have producers. Producers produce their own food through photosynthesis. Plants and algae are types of producers, which are at the bottom of the food chain because they are eaten by other animals and they do not eat anything else. We are going to go ahead and cut out our algae picture from the sheet of animals that we have. Next, we're going to take our algae and we're going to go ahead and glue it at the bottom of our blank sheet of paper. The next thing we're going to want to do is color in our algae, and we're going to label it. So we can go ahead and grab a green and go ahead and shade it in. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pen and we're going to go ahead and label it. So this is algae. And this is our producer. Next on the food chain are consumers. Consumers eat other things, and there are sometimes 3 to 4 consumers in a food chain. The first one are primary consumers. These types of consumers eat producers like algae or grass. Now, looking at your sheet of animals, can you guess which marine animal is the primary consumer? If you guessed the shrimp, then you got it. We're going to go ahead and color, cut, and glue our shrimp above our algae. Now we're going to go ahead and label our shrimp. And this is our primary consumer. Next on the food chain are secondary consumers. Secondary consumers eat primary consumers. The cool thing about secondary consumers is that they can have a varied diet, which means they don't always only eat meat, but sometimes also eat plants. Can you guess which marine animal is the secondary consumer? The cod is our secondary consumer. We're going to go ahead and color, cut, and glue our cod above the shrimp. Now we're going to go ahead and label our cod. That's our secondary consumer. Next, we have tertiary consumers. Tertiary consumers are usually at the top of the food chain. Tertiary consumers eat secondary consumers, and sometimes even primary consumers. Can you guess which marine animal is a tertiary consumer? It's going to be our leopard seal. Let's go ahead and glue this one above the cod. Now we're going to go ahead and label our leopard seal. And he is our tertiary consumer. Some food chains have 3 types of consumers, but there are some food chains that have 4 types of consumers. This is the quaternary consumer. These consumers are on the top of the food chain and eat tertiary consumers. On our sheet of marine animals, you may see that there is one animal left. This is the killer whale. The killer whale is the quaternary consumer of our food chain. We're going to go ahead and cut him out and glue him right above the leopard seal. Now we're going to go ahead and label him. We also don't want to forget to color him in. The last thing that we're going to want to do is we want to draw arrows so that then we know what animal eats what. So we're going to draw one arrow from algae to the shrimp. Then we're going to draw another arrow from the shrimp to our cod. Then from the cod to our leopard seal. And then from our leopard seal to the killer whale. And when you're finished, this is what it should look like. And that wraps up our ocean food chain activity. For more activities, you can visit piersparksailing.org/OSAS. Boom!